Hi, my name is Kathleen Nichols, and I started on a super crazy health journey back in January. I was diagnosed with a rare form of throat cancer that the traditional oncologists called extraordinarily rare. They'd never seen anything quite like it because it wasn't the type of cells that should have been growing in my throat. Just came out of nowhere overnight, literally. I completely lost my voice. I couldn't talk. And I had like the size of a golf ball, between a ping pong ball and golf ball, lymph nodes popping out of my neck. I live in Maui, Hawaii, so I instantly came to Southern California for treatment. I got connected to an oncologist who was amazing and delightful. However, the treatment was super scary. I did a bunch of research and it did not sound like the path I wanted to take. They wanted to do approximately 4 months of chemotherapy, aggressive chemotherapy. And they also wanted to do 45 days straight of radiation to my neck, which would have entailed a feeding tube and then at least a year minimum of recovery where I wouldn't even be able to eat solid foods or anything like that. And there was no guarantee that I would recover with my voice. And also the long-term trajectory of longevity wasn't all that fantastic. So at this point, I got referred to Dr. Nizami from two different avenues, actually, from an oncologist who I sought a second opinion from in Santa Barbara, Dr. Taguchi. She referred me to Dr. Nizami. And then also a friend of a friend, Marco, referred me to Dr. Nizami. So he instantly had a different approach. He had a more gentle approach, a more nutrition-based, a more alternative, also a very dialed-in specific approach as far as, you know, what genetic malfunction has happened to comprise these tumors, right? And so at that point, you would find out what the genetic constitution of the tumor was, and then, if you will, give the antidote of how to decrease it. So I started that treatment on March 21st. So what it entails is I got a port, and then I got 3 to 4 hour daily infusions with 2 different bags. And I started out with 5 days a week. So like I said, I completely lost my voice. I do a podcast for my company. I had to step down from leadership and from being the face of my team because I couldn't talk and people were starting to ask questions. Well, immediately within, I would say three days, my voice started coming back. Within 5 days, it was considerably stronger and more clear. And before my voice would just give away to a whisper, the golf ball sized lymph nodes started shrinking. And then my next CAT scan showed that there was halting of growth and actually had been starting to reverse it. So we did have to supplement with an oral low dose chemo just because the situation I was facing was considerably aggressive. So we've been doing that combination with Dr. Nizami's nutritional / genetic antidote along with the low dose chemo. And so it's June 10th, I believe. And the tumors are practically all gone. My voice is strong. Granted, my hair fell out, but that's okay. It's just hair. And I'm doing fantastic.